Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. So we finished up with creating a post job in the previous episode. So what we're going to do in this one is we're going to create an edit method that returns an edit view in order for us to actually edit a post. And then we're going to create an update method as well. Right, but before we do that, we need to update our routes in order to actually handle that. So let's quickly do this. So we can do a route. And this one is going to be a get route. And let's do it like this. We're going to add a post, and then we're going to do an edit. Then we can do a post controller. Let me just copy this part right there. Right, so we paste it in there. Okay, so now we got it our post. Now the thing is, I'm not going to add the slug like this. Okay, now the reason for that is because I'm going to add the route key name in our post model. So let's just quickly go there. So post model. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a public function, and we're going to do this one, get route key name. Okay, and we can just going to return this must be a slug. All right, now the reason for this is because by default Laravel if you do it like this, the route model binding right there, it will use the ID for that. So if you want to specify anything else, you can specify it like this, title, or you can use the slug or whatever the case may be. Right, for me, I just want to use the slug. So if I specify it like this, it will use the slug as the default route key name. All right, so I just want to make sure the route here is added and the method inside our post controller is added. All right, so the next thing I need to do post as well. So let's just do a post. The post route, so I'm going to remove the edit, and this is going to go to the update like this. Okay, so in order for us to update a post like that. All right, so let's copy this one down and actually create a delete route as well, so we don't have to do that in the future one. So delete like this, and then we're going to go to a destroy method like this. Destroy method, and I'm going to call the route just delete. All right, so now that's all done. Okay, so let's quickly go to our post controller. In our post controller right here, we're going to create those methods. So public function. All right, the first one, this is the edit route, and it's going to take in the parameter of post. Okay, that's the first one, and let's quickly do the update and delete as well. Right, so I got the edit method with the post model route model binding, and I got my update. Just remember, I'm making use of our custom request and not the standard one like this. Okay, so the one that we created, and then obviously add the post in. Then we have our destroy right here with the post like that. All right, so let's quickly go to this one. So in our edit view, so this is the one we're going to be working on now. We're going to return the admin.post.edit. All right, so there's a couple of things we need to pass in as parameters right here. All right, so the first thing is the post. Okay, that post is going to equal to post like this. Right, so that's this post that we're passing through the view right there. The second one, this one is the tags. Okay, so we need to pass in the tags as well. So tag, it's going to get all the tags. Okay, so as you can see, the tags right there. The next thing that we want to do is we want to pass in selected tags. Let me just paste this up so that you guys can easily see it. Right, now the thing with this one, we're going to pass in the old. Okay, now the thing is we're going to pass in the tags like this, the old tags, and then we're going to get the post. Okay, then we're going to get basically the tags of that post. Okay, and then we want to plug the ID, and then we want to set that to an array, Right, so that's all done. So basically what we're going to do for the selected tags, we're just going to get the old tags, okay? Then we post them to the tags, we plug the ID, and we take it like that. Okay, so that's all done. So let's quickly create this view, this edit admin post. Okay, so let's quickly go there, resources, views, admin, post, and let's create a new file, and we're going to call this one edit.blade. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to copy the create one. So let's just copy everything in our create and paste them in here. Right, so there's obviously a couple of changes we need to make here. Right, the first one is we're going to start off with our form right here of this. Actually, this needs to change to edit. Right, our header. This part right here, this admin.post.update, we're not going to have that anymore. So this needs to be our update. Okay, just remember we're passing in the post. So let's just quickly get the post. Right, just remember, like here, I'm passing the post to the view right here. Okay, let's see if I get there. This one. Right, so I'm getting to the right one. So just remember you have to pass the next thing we need to do is we need to do a method. And we're going to put the method as a put method like that. So if you use the form, it's like this. And if the Blade UI Kit form, if you use the different form, the standard HTML one, okay, you're going to have a method like this of post. Okay, and obviously the eng type. I'm not going to type it out actually. So that's just, I just wanted to show for anyone, you add the CSRF field like this, and you do an add method like this, and you do a put here. Okay, so just do it like this. Okay, if you're not using the Blade UI Kit forms. Let me delete this. All right, so the next thing that we want to do, the image we will leave as is. The title with the value right here will change to the post title like this. Okay, like that. Right. Now, if anyone is asking why I'm doing, if they're new to the channel and they see me calling on a method right here, not the property, let me just go to my post model. You will see that I created methods inside my model that returns the property. Okay. So we got our title and our tricks, this one right here. Right, with the tricks, this will work a little bit differently. So what I will do is I will add basically tricks like this. Right, just a closing tag for the tricks editor. In between that, what we will do is we will do a post, and then we're going to do the body. Right. So now that part can be edited. Right. So the next thing that we got that in. We got our published add date. Right, so what we want to do in here is we want to pass in the value of that, and we're just going to get the post and published add. You can either call the property, but in my case I created a method inside my post model called published add that returns that property. Right, so the next thing is the type right here. So this will be a little bit different. Okay, so what we're going to do is, right, so what we will do in here is we're going to do an if statement like this. Now we're going to check the post and we're going to check the type. You can do the property or the method. I created a method, so let's just quickly, we're going to check if the post is equal to standard. This, okay, let me just bring this up. Okay, so if the post is standard, we're going to do selected like this. Okay, and if the post is premium, so let's just copy this one and we're going to add it just after that. Now, instead of standard, we're checking on this one for premium like that. So in this case, we check if the post is standard, we put selected. If the post type is premium, we check this one like that. Okay. So that's why I actually give us some room right there because it's kind of difficult to see. Right, so the next thing is for our tags. Remember, in our post controller, what we're doing right here is we're passing the selected tags as well. Okay, so that makes it quite easier for us to actually check the selected tags. Right, so in this one, so for the tags, what we're going to do is, let me just give us some room right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an if statement again. All right. And the condition is we're going to check in the array. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to check if the tag ID, this one that we're passing right here, this tag ID, okay, we're going to check if that tag ID in there is one of the selected tags. Right, the selected tags, this part right here is this one that we're passing here. So let me just make sure I put in the correct spelling. That, like that, okay? So if in the array that tag ID is part of that, we want to just use selected like this. Like that, okay? Right, so let me just see if I can put them on a separate line. No, it keeps moving it up. Right. So as you can see, this is the end of that option right there, because this might be a bit confusing. Right, like this, because it's going to auto-format it. So I just wanted to show you exactly how it's written. So in this all part is the opening tag of our options right there. Okay, so in it, just after the value, we check if in the array, this tag ID of this one right here is in this selected tags. We put selected, and then we put end if, and then we just put the tag there, right there. Right, so it's going to auto-format it back, so that's all good. Now for the photo credit, we're going to do the value right here is just going to be the post photo credit. Just remember, I'm using a blade component. So this values get passed to that component. So that's why I don't need to actually add the blade syntax in there. Right, so this is for the photo credit tags. I'm going to do this one for the link as well. Let's add that link like that. Right, so disable comments. Right, for a checkbox, what I will do, I'm going to remove this. Right, so this is giving me a bit of an issue. So I'm just going to put the normal input field like this. And I'm going to do a type of checkbox. Okay, so input, type of checkbox, name. Right, so what we want to do is we're going to do another if statement like this. So if the post is commentable, okay, but what we want to do is we want to check if it's not commentable. Then we want to do checked. All right. So just remember, when this is the opposite of if someone can comment. So we're checking if the post is not commentable, then we make the input field as checked. Right. So I just want to go over that again. Just remove the X checkbox, okay, and just put input, type of checkbox. Everything else can stay the same. Okay. Then we do an it. Let me just move this to the next line. This. Right, so basically what we're doing is we're going to check if the post is not commentable when we do a check. So that means a person cannot comment, means comments are disabled. So, okay, so let's see if we can view everything. All right, so as you guys can see, the data is coming from the database. We have the title, we have the content, we have the published, and that's all good. Standard post. As you can see, the tags are selected, and as you can see, the comments are not disabled in this case. So quite good. Very, very nice. All right, I just added basically another post. As you can see, it updated the comments there as well. So all good. Now the next thing that we need to do, I need to change this to update. All right, so let's quickly change this button to update like this. Right, so now when we press enter on this form, it's going to go to our update right here. So what we want to do, let me just quickly do this like this. Dispatch sync, okay, and we're going to do update post. We're going to create this in the next episode, and we're going to do from the request, and then we're going to pass in the post and the request like this. Okay, so after that, we're going to do a return, redirect to a route. Right, so route admin post.index with the success post updated. Right, so we're obviously going to create the job in the next episode. So as of now, the jobs cannot be processed because we haven't created the update post job yet. All right, so that's it for me, guys. So what we're going to do, like I said, in the next one, create this update post job and then actually finish this part right here. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you have any questions, suggestions, please ask them for me in the comment section and I'll see if I can help you out. All right, thank you guys and see you in the next one. Adios.